As a child, I really didn't know, to tell you the truth. I thought maybe I could become maybe an accountant like my parents.
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a pro baseball player. Started playing at the age of 5 and always wanted to be a pro baseball player.
I actually wanted to become like an architect, an engineer. You know, I used to build things and with construction toys, Lego, Lincoln Logs, what other construction toys, Connects, things like that.
I always wanted to be a pro athlete. Never thought I would be in teaching. Nobody thought I would be in teaching, actually.
Thinking back on it, one of the things that my mom said about what she would like to do after she retires, after she does her accounting career thing, is to help people. And I guess that sense of helping kind of shined upon me and made me think about if people are kind of discontented about their current jobs, their current lives, I mean, what do they really want to do?
An incident happened in college that somebody just said, hey, you know what, I wouldn't have passed this test if it wasn't for you.
And a lot of the people, like my mom, a few of my cousins thought about going back into teaching after they did their career and made, you know, whatever amount of money that made them feel secure.
But he told me that, you know what, I was really helpful, and if it wasn't for me, he probably wouldn't have passed. And he was so thankful. And then he just made me think, wow, that was really rewarding.
They wanted to go into teaching, and that made me kind of think about, why don't I just, like, you know, cut to the chase, get to the really good, meaty part of life and do some good.
Teaching is a career that is full of horror stories, some of which have turned into unbelievable urban legends fit only for the movies.
That teachers don't get paid a lot, that their lives suck, that their lives are continuously working on grading papers.
A few examples, like in movies, when you walk into a class and you'll see students throwing paper and spit wads all over, that can occur.
Putting up with horrible students that don't listen.
One of the myths is that students don't care about substitutes. It could be true, because I would walk in sometimes into a class and first thing I would hear, yes, a sub. And then, you know, I would just like, uh-oh.
Sometimes I would really look forward to substitute teaching at this elementary school, either at a kindergarten or first grade or second grade level, because they remembered me, which is kind of shocking and surprising when you come in, you know, into the campus and there's little kids waving at you saying, hi, Mr. Andaya, hi, Mr. Andaya, and it's like, you know, that made me feel like, you know, I'm in the right place, I'm in the right space for me to grow as a person. Every
day is different. You know, one day a student can actually make you laugh, and then the next day that same student can actually just take you off. So it's students. They make the job memorable. They're the X factor, and they really, you know, determine whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day.
Science and math are universal, but the nuances of teaching vary, depending on people and cultures in the classroom. Diversity has certainly become an integral factor in the learning process.
One of the big struggles that a lot of teachers, well, teachers that have been working for so long have is the changing diversity of the community. And as it has changed, a lot of students can't connect with their teacher who grew up in the 60s, who have this completely different frame of view.
You know what, I haven't been teaching for the longest time, but I know that I've inspired a lot of the Filipino American students at the school that I'm at, because we finally had our, a lot of them now are willing to learn more about their cultural heritage. We kind of started from scratch, the Filipino American Club.
There was some experience over with FAA where I was running workshops on Filipino history, Filipino culture, kind of exposing the students, especially to the resources at the Pinole Valley Library. That experience there was really eye-opening because a lot of the students didn't know too much about Filipino history or heritage, and to have them really interact with that material and with each other about their identity growing up Filipino in the Bay Area kind of made me think that, you know, every student, has that potential, has that ability to kind of develop and interact with one another and build a community.
In the Filipino American community, a lot of controversy between groups is just because they can't communicate. And that's one thing I hope to bridge.
Kind of like with Margaret Mead's quote that, you know, small groups of people are really the ones that make a change in society. And I wanted to be a part of that.
Just learn about your cultural heritage, and when they say, well, are you proud to be Filipino? Understand why.
And which is another reason why I'm interested in going to teaching, is because I think my life and my life experiences are relevant to the students right now, and in some way they can learn from it.